Alright, we got this installed to do this morning. Try to do it before it gets hot out here about 8 o'clock. Mount the box on the back, run the power wire around. You should be able to plug it right in there as long as it works. Let's see, that one's on. Let's see, it will be this one. Let's see. Hopefully they got power here. If not, we ain't gonna be able to test and plug in nothing. Okay. Okay, apparently they do have power. Let's see. Yeah, because I turned power off, it won't do anything. Turn power back on, resets, which is right over there. I'm thinking mounting the radio, zip tie it right here. Should be able to pick up. I'll hold it up there by hand and be sure it gets a good signal, and mount the box right on the back side. Wish I still had this kind of meter. The old meter where you could put solar on it and make the dial in here in the middle rotate backwards. I'm surprised they hadn't switched this one out yet. Alright, we got the power cord in there, ran around, ready to be plugged in there. So now we got to mount the CPE and mount the router in there. We should be all good. Test it and be sure it's all connected to the internet. Set it up in their account. Let them know it's connected because they're not even connected yet. No water, no power. They're just sitting here. Power on it. Waiting to see if it lights up. And we do have lights. Now we're just going to temporarily sit it right here just to be sure that it ties to that tower. Come on, sit up. Sit up. Sit up. Well, I had something happen I never seen before. Or something I have never happened from myself. I had the CPE all programmed for that tower for it to connect, pretty much like I always do. So all I got to do is plug it in, point it, and be sure it's got good numbers of signal, and that should be it. Well, it connected, but I was no more than 300 and some feet away from the AP, and I couldn't get it to go over 10 megs per second, up or down. And there was no traffic shaping or anything in it yet. I looked in there, it was turned off. So I don't know what's going on with it. I reset the radio, reprogrammed it, same thing. Then all of a sudden I don't have no access to the radio, regardless if it's tied to the tower or not. I should have access to the radio, to the CPE, regardless if it's tied to an internet or not. It wouldn't give me access to that either after I even reset it, so I might have a bad radio. So I'm going back to my RVE, reset it, and tie it into another tower just to see if it will work like it does supposed to, and if not, just grab another one. But that's the first time I ever had one to do that. The box, and come find out it was the wire that I had going from here to the CPE, which is right up here. Tower's right over there, but they got some kind of device on the bottom that they added, and I want to say it's messing up the frequency. I got to log into the AP and see if it shows anything from that device. It's pointing somewhere, going somewhere. No idea where it's going. Ah, now I see where it's going. They got it putting 2 cameras up on that house right there, which is their Airbnb. So they're actually picking up from there to there. If it works on 2.4 gigahertz, I'm gonna have to find out what frequency that's on and lock mine on something else. Not only the AP, but the point-to-point, the dish, might be interfering with that frequency as well. I don't know what frequency it's on, but we're going to do a analyze, see what site survey is, see what actually frequencies that it's picking up. It should be real strong since it's right there at it, and find out what frequency that sucker's on. Alright, now I'm going to the office, or at least the building, and plug into the router at the main source so I can have access to this tower back here. I can't do it through the CPE because client isolation is on, so it won't give me access to it. So I'm going to go up there and see if I can spectrum analyzer on that AP and see if I can see anything that's real strong, and see if it's close to the frequency that we're actually on either one of the radios, point to point or the AP itself. And also we've got to figure out why the system is dropping out like 4 times a day for 1 to 6 minutes long, and the whole thing goes out. And I don't think it's going to be any of our equipment, because I log into the business account from our backhaul and their modem says it's offline. So and they said they haven't had any power outages or anything throughout the day for the last week that it's been doing it. So I'm thinking the modem is actually what the issue is, but we will see. But got to get this AP functioning a little bit better, because 2025, that close, it should be a lot more megabits per second download than 2025, but we'll see. This is the air view of the access point all the way at the end of the park. It's completely noisy, not 100%, but compared to what it was when I installed it, before they'd done all that development down there, this blue line used to be just like right almost straight across into orange, and there was like a little bit of red here, but now it's, and all this was, you know, like blue and no problem, and green, but it got quite noisy down there. So I put all the radios that I use right in this area here. They were down here, but now I'm going to put them right in here. Right in this little dip right here. And see if that makes a difference or not. I get my full speed here at the router. Now I'm going to go to the second tower and plug in and see if I get my full speed there. Then I'll go to the third tower and see if I get my full speed there, and be sure it's getting the full speed all the way through the whole system, and then it's the APs or the CPEs that's malfunction. But eliminate it one device at a time. This is the speed at the main tower. The main feed of the whole park. Right at the router. Tower 1. Let's go to Tower 2 and see what we get. And looky, somebody has Starlink internet. First one I've seen in the RVs that I've been installing in. And it's kind of swaying up there. Hopefully they got it tied off. They got it tied off down at the bottom, but it'll still be top heavy if strong winds come up there. Hopefully it stays. So let's check the speed on Tower 2, which is right here, and see if I get my full speed here. Then we'll go to the next one and see where it actually kind of hesitates. What we get down here. Getting 99, we're getting 100. Upload. Maximum we have is 10. This is more than enough. And this area, but I'm going to hit the F5 to do it again. So we got 104 and 8. I found that Wi-Fi, man, you do it 2 or 3 times and get the maximum out of it. Usually the first one, for some reason, just don't give a good number. But now we're getting 150, 52. Always like to do it 3 times. See what we get this time. Alright, you got 152 and 9. Here we go. 160, 70, 180. Now we're getting in the numbers that we had right at the tower. Hopefully you can see it. We're getting to 10 possibly. Get 10 all the way through. Looks like 10. See if it's going to hold. Here we got 176 and 10, which is more than enough. So yeah, we're getting the speeds that we should be getting through here. Now let's go to Tower 3 and see what we're getting there. And find out what's going on down there. Tower 3. This is the point-to-point they set up. Right at the bottom there, and it just happened to be pointing at that house on the end at the peak of it, where it's got a receiver and it's got 2 cameras. So let's plug in this tower and see what we get speed wise. This is a test at the 3rd tower. first run. That's what we got in there. We got the power beam on the right and the AP on the left. Let's do it again. $70. Third time for the charm. No more people that we can have on this tower. This is more than enough. I think it's just noisy down here. 80. 9 up. Just to be fair, do a different site. See what it comes up with. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, this speedtest.net seems it takes forever to get started. Don't matter what connection I have. One in the RV park, coffee shop, it doesn't matter. It just seems like it just takes forever. We got 79, we got 80, 83, 81, 84. Got 84. We'll get close to 10 up. See how consistent they are with the other site. We've got the 10. Good ping 39. So we got 84 down and 10 up. So let's plug the AP back in. And I'll hop up on the roof and see if we see anything up there that may hinder why the CPEs are not getting the speed they're supposed to be. Doubt if you can see it, but straight right there, you see a little white dot up there. That's the dish that's sending internet out in here to this one. And I get the speeds I need from there to here. I don't have the power up, maybe like +5 on each, and bandwidth at 40. But I checked everything here, all the connections on each one of these are nice and tight. See the lights all lit up. LAN is good, GPS is good, signal all good. Check the connection here and be sure it's not loose or anything. Check the connection on that one. This one seems to be still lined up with that one, and the numbers indicate that it is as well. Maybe in this environment it's real noisy, but it looks better now since I changed the frequencies on these. So we'll see if that actually made a difference or not. They were on a frequency that a lot of other stuff was. But I think I know what's causing this to drop out. Like 1 to 8 minutes 4 or 5 times a day is the modem itself at tower 1 is getting hot, and it just recycles itself. Because when I unplug it and I plug it back in, it takes roughly 4 to 6 minutes for it to reconnect. So I do believe it's been rebooting, so I'm going to have to put a fan on there. I got one site down the road that has a fan on it, and it don't need it. It's pretty much in the shade, so I think I'm just going to see if I can just switch the covers on it. That way I don't have to take anything out and have the fan on this one, and see if that resolves the issue, because I can't find anything else. So let's see if we can do that today. Alright, here is one that we installed, but we didn't record it. Forgot all the camera and everything, and even my phone. It's like 3 RVs over from mine. But we got the CPE up there, which points back over there. If you look between the trees, you'll see the dish and all, and the Omni. It's up there. Come around here. We've got the box mounted right there. Got the Ethernet wire ran right up there. Got the box here. Got the router in it. Got it plugged in. And she's up and running. Sent her the password, and she'd be here probably next weekend, she said. She just brought this one maybe a couple of days ago, and she said she'll be back next weekend. I said I'll do my best to have it up and running by the time you get back. So got it running. It's Monday, and she left yesterday, and I figured I'd just go ahead and get it all up and running while I'm here, because I've been here for the last 3 or 4 days doing some service, maintenance, and a few installs. And I figured I'd go ahead and do hers and another one. And the one I installed this morning had another RV park. I forgot to put in the key, the WISP key, so it's not showing up, so I can't actually drop it into their account. So I'm going to do that and put that fan on that box for the modem and keep it cool, because ever since I opened the box up and let it cool, the modem is not dropping out anymore. So that's the only thing I can think of that's the issue, because I had one to do that before, and I put a fan on it, and it ran all last summer with no problem. It sit in the exact same location, but now it just wants to overheat. So go put a fan on it, and then pack up and head back to the house. Alright, we took the door off of this one. We're going to go put it on the other one because it needs the fan. This one does not. This one has a good circulation around it. So we're going to go put it on the other one. Then bring that door back and put it on here. Just hope nobody messes with it while I'm gone. I don't think they will. We'll see. We took this panel here off and put this one here that's got the fan on it. And now we just got to put the power cord on it and have the fan running and see if it actually drops out tomorrow. If it don't, it's supposed to be hotter tomorrow than it is today, and that will determine if that was the issue, because this is not the modem they usually use in here. It's a bigger one, and this one just might not be able to withstand the heat as the other ones do. We'll find out. this one on. Got it closed, zip tied. We put a lock on it, but over a year it kind of snapped on me, and that's the only way. So we put just that on there. But she's blowing out some warm air. Got some holes in the bottom circulation. That should keep it nice and cool. See if that was the issue. Because when you take it and unplug the modem, plug it back in, it takes roughly about 4 to 8 minutes to reboot, and that's the time it's been dropping out. So it seems to me that it was just overheating, rebooting itself. So this should take care of the issue. Alright, we took that panel and put it right on here, that door. Put the lock on it. She should be ready to roll. Now it's time to go home.